You gotta get into the groove. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Holy shit, I thought I was muted and I just freaked me out when I heard the music start playing.
And it's not because I'm a sweet whore, it's just like... I will thank everybody for tuning in. We had a fairly successful show.
You gotta get into the groove. Oh, there we go. Oh my god.
I'm saying it.
Nice. All right. I forgot to turn off the repeat once done because OBS does that automatically. It's kind of frustrating at times. I saw it start over. I was like, wait, why is it starting over? No, we're not doing it.
You can play it again. I'll be more than happy to watch it again.
Oh, man. So here we are. It is Tuesday. We got some lovely people with us hanging out and all that. Yeah, this is the year anniversary. Like, holy crap. We've been doing this for a year. Like, that crept up fast. I was not expecting it. I actually had the forethought, like 3 episodes ago? And I looked at when our first episode was. And I was like, okay. So here we are. We're at a year.
We're there.
Yeah, no, man. It's been insane. But yeah, we have, let me see, this way. We have Anthony on this side of me. No, wait, this side of me, right here. And then we got Disco on this side over here, right here, somewhere. Like, zoom pointing out people.
And I'm Chris. What's going on?
We got Overdrip hanging out, the OG. And we got Sifu hanging out over here with his I don't even know. He's locked up in a hotel room again with the gimp in the closet.
Yeah, we're at the office house in Midland, Texas. So
he's in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fine. Artwork on the wall, so bonus.
Right.
He's in the service quarters. The servants' quarters.
But I did forget my camera and my headphones. So
I thought you had your headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
forgot. But
fun.
You know, I do have new glasses. So yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it. And I've been sitting here with you for like 40 minutes.
5 years. But these are nice. I got the blue tint on them, and good to go.
Nice.
They look good, dude.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into some what we have been mixing. I don't know, man. I have choices now. This is weird. Anthony, why don't you start us off?
Well, first off, it's been a fun year. I wasn't a mixer before the show started, and now I feel like I do it on a real regular basis. So I've been working on some things, working on a strawberry marshmallow milkshake flavor. Kind of tastes like Frankenberry, only it's a milkshake. So I like that quite a bit. And then I have a grape flavor that I'm pretty proud of that I call Purple Nurple. That is a grape candy flavor. So those two have been taking up my time. And, I have a buddy, my business partner, who's constantly asking me for liquid because he doesn't want to buy it. He just wants me to make it for him. So, I think everybody knows how that goes when you start making liquids. So, but that's what I've been mixing on. How about you, Disco Potato? What you been mixing on?
Oh, well, it's been a really crazy week. I think a lot of people know I'm back to work, so mixing has kind of fallen by the wayside just a little bit. I'm still making time for it and rushing some stuff out. I just ordered a bunch of the beryllium from both cities, so my rule of thumb is when my new concentrates come in, I want to test them out. So I threw together some really random stuff this week. So one of those is a strawberry country apple creme brulee cookie. and that actually came out really good. It reminds me of the 5150 apple creme brulee cookie that they had, so that was interesting. Praline, ice cream, and cheese cake, which cake's like all capitalized because there's a cheesecake in there, and the Pearlium cake. I did like a weird coffee marshmallow frap, so that's the one. I haven't tested that yet, so it smells good. And then my favorite one that I've been really liking so far is a strawberry raspberry, like a sour raspberry cola. So
Oh.
interesting things happening over here. But tonight, for this episode, because it's your guys' big 1 year, and I was a previous guest, and I made a horrible birthday cake. I wanted to
Oh
redeem
yeah, I
myself
forgot
and
about that.
yeah, and give it another go. So I haven't tested it yet. I literally just mix it. I'm calling it redemption cake. So let's see
Redemption
how it
cake.
goes. Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
Oh, what's up, Tim?
Hi guys.
Hey
Yes.
Tim.
I had to-
Yo, what
I had to-
up?
I had to gather my liquids. So my flavors.
Yeah, Lady Liberty was like, he's gathering his things.
Aw.
Yeah, of course I am. Which
Did you
I
get them
think I
out of your
forgot.
purse?
Yeah.
Is that
Yes,
where they
I
were?
did.
They're in your purse?
Yes,
Nice.
they
Well,
were
they're
in
in
my
your clutch?
Canadian Jesus only, one of a kind purse. Yes.
Nice.
No,
With
they
a
were in his
picture
fanny
of you
pack.
on the
What are you
side of
talking
it with all
about?
kinds of hearts for background. Yeah.
I actually kind of want one of those, so you should make one, but actually make two. I would wear a fanny pack like that.
Just because you have a microscope in your background doesn't make you a professional mixer.
But
No.
I don't have one. Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, wait, do I have one? Like,
Yeah, that's his in the lab. That's his in the lab background.
I'm in the lab. I like that. Chris, like, I don't have one back there. Do I?
Look,
yeah, it's like, did I?
you have microscopes at your house, Chris?
Oh, God.
Seriously, Chris, you should take advantage of that screen behind you.
He's in there checking the butterscotch molecules. Make sure they're big enough.
It's like, well, I don't know. Might have to double up on this one.
Yeah, it
So
looks like
Tim, what have you
something-
been mixing? You came in, so you might as well tell us what you've been mixing, and then the three of us will go.
What I've been mixing lately, or what I'm planning on mixing tonight?
Either way.
No. Either, yeah, you can do both.
Actually, I mixed up some of Sifu's crystal. I'm gonna screw this up. Crystal.
Blue
raspberry
crystal coconut.
Blue
Blue
crystal
crystal
coconut.
coconut.
That's it. Blue crystal coconut. I always screw up the name. I mixed some of that up for my brother, and he just tried it today. It came in today because he lives in New York, and he loves it. So I just wanted to give shout out to Sifu, and I also did my not your brother's root beer. I sent to him too. He really wanted to try. So that's that, and I think I mixed something up the other night on the other show, and I can't remember what it was. I think I already vaped through it. Then last
So it
week we
was
had
good.
that. Yeah, it was. It was good. I just don't remember what it was. I'd have to look back at my e-liquid recipes. Actually, I'm there. I'll tell you in a second.
Fun
Let's
time.
see. The pina colada donut I made last week for this show was the other one. And that actually didn't turn out too bad. That actually, once it steeped for a few days, it turned out really nice.
Nice. That's all you, bro.
Interesting.
Well, it was something different. I want to make something different than the usual coconut. I mean, using the usual donut. You're doing donut shows. So it's like, why not a pina colada donut? I wonder how that'll taste. It's not
Mhm.
bad. So. Tonight
you
is going to be I'm going to make a guava raspberry lemonade.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to hear how you decided to go about the raspberry route.
I can tell that's easy right here. I'm going to do a twofer. I'm going. They're both the was it the TFA raspberry
Sweet.
the shisha. Is this TFA? Man, my eyes are not what they were
I think
before.
it's
I had that
Inawera,
issue.
bro.
It's Inawera. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Shisha raspberry and the raspberry WG. And
The raspberry
DS.
WG? What is that?
Yes. I have no idea. It's Inawera.
It's probably one
I
of
don't
the-
know. These are recipes I actually wound up picking up because of the recipe that Pippa, not Pippa. I'll leave it. It'll help me here. Zippy. Sorry, Zippy made me for the 24-hour stream. She made these recipes for me for the Just Reds candy. She made a candy with these in it. So I picked these up to replace that, but I couldn't get the cotton candy because that's like the elusive unicorn. You cannot get a hold of that anymore. I don't know if anyone else has had problems with that, but trying to get that when it's in stock is impossible.
Which one? The Wonder flavors?
Yeah, the cotton candy Wonder flavors. That's like a unicorn
Is
flavoring.
it? Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
It's out of stock constantly.
But the
Frank
cotton candy
Frank
jelly
was
beans,
teasing you with it
Yeah.
the other night.
I just
Yes.
got that one in. The cotton candy jelly beans I got in last week.
It's good.
Yep.
It is good.
You just have to really watch when they have it in stock because it goes out of stock real fast.
It's the cotton candy jelly bean.
Yeah, cotton candy jelly bean.
Cotton candy jelly.
But yeah, this week's been kind of crazy. And Pound knows this. He saw it the other day. I did a little coil building the other night, last
Yeah.
night. So that's kind of
Yeah.
it turned out pretty good. That's what's in here. It actually
Wait,
bakes
okay,
really
so
well.
you said it was a frame staple staggerton. Was it just a staggered
it's
coil?
a staggered. Okay, so you can help me on the name on this because I'm a little confused too. It's a staggered Clapton,
Uh-huh.
fused Clapton, and then it's staple.
So,
What is that?
okay, no, for a stapling, you would need to have ribbon wire in the middle somewhere.
Okay, so what is it when you wrap it and has the in between the stag?
That's just staggered. It's just a staggered fused.
Okay. See, that's why I was having problems with. I don't know what you call it, but it
Yeah.
vapes really
Oh,
well.
trust me, dude, all these silly ass names, it's hard to keep up with. There are some coils out there that nobody makes anymore that they came out with like 8 years ago, and they have some of the weirdest names. Like, anybody remember the Tiger coil?
Yes, I had
Sounds
some.
familiar.
I have some in the other
Yeah.
room.
And this is like a weird twisted wire thing. I
And-
don't even know.
Yeah, it's a weird twisted wire thing. It doesn't really vape all that well.
That's why nobody makes them.
They're pretty to look at.
Yeah,
They are.
pretty much
They're
is
pretty to look
that
at,
that
that's it.
concept. They're pretty to look at, but they vape like horseshit. All right, Tim, who you passing it to?
Let's see who's done it so far.
We got Chris, we got Sifu, and myself.
Okay. Chris looks too prepared. Let's go with Sifu.
Well, I was able to. I got all of my orders done before I left, so I got all of that done. And then I went to a crab boil at my brother's house, and I gave him a Vuku Argus Pro GT, the little guy, pod stuff, and because he asked me for a kit, so I put that together for him. And I made him a special version of my Drunken Master. I bought the new bourbons that I'm using tonight, some honey peach. So it was a spin. I just basically the same thing that I have done before. It was a peach bourbon, but with some newer concentrates, and it came out fantastic. You know, good enough so it might even replace. I might just swap out that one with the new one with the old one. So that came out really good, and I mixed up some stuff to help some people out, and got those out, and yeah, that was about it. I gave some liquids away, and so yeah, that was it for me. It was kind of a shortened week. Had to get ready to come here, and then I had the the crawfish ball with my brother, and then so I drank way too much, and then had to leave early the next morning. So that was exciting. So I forgot my camera and my headphones, and some things like I forgot a brush too. So excuse the dad hat because I didn't pack my normal hat either. So I stole this one from the office here. So because I didn't have a brush, so that's been fun. So, but I'm excited about my mix tonight, and we'll talk about it later. So I'm gonna pass it on down to Chris.
Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I've actually been doing some mixing recently because Fruit Month is it's so long ago now. I've been going super hard on desserts. That's probably no surprise, but I think that part of my soul was being suppressed by not being able to mix desserts. So I kind of went at it real hard. So one of the things that I've been trying to figure out and I've been working on. I guess it's not even just like one specific profile, but it's more so it has to do with like the pear cream cheese Danish that I released. So I decided that I was gonna try with the same like cream cheese Danish base and try like folding in other things. So like right now, I have like a pretty big list of things that I've been working on. I guess that have to do with that. So like I've been working on a boysenberry one. I've been working on a chocolate one. I've been working on a strawberry one, and a maple, blueberry maple one. And that's kind of it for those. But like all of them have like tested really well on like the first. So basically what I did was I just like took my base of my like actual cream cheese Danish, and then I just like brought in these other things, and some of them have like up to like 3 or 4 like ingredients, trying to like create what I want from them on top of that. So like they've been going pretty good, but like I haven't tried all of them yet. I haven't tried the chocolate one. I've tried the maple one and the strawberry one. um and I like them. I think that I have to like tweak the percentages a little bit because I kind of went a little bit high just to see if I could get the right flavor, and then I'm gonna drop those down to like kind of mesh them in a little bit better. But they're going pretty good. Another thing that I actually just mixed up recently was a vanilla bourbon butterscotch, which I haven't vaped, but I've knuckled it, and it knuckles super good. But we all know as mixers that sometimes things knuckle really great and they suck, and vice versa. And then every so often, something knuckles incredible, and then when you vape it, you're like, wow, am I a genius, or did I just get lucky as fuck?
Right.
So like that's where that one's at. I remember a long time ago. I'm trying to remember who. I think it's Prohibition. They make like it's a golden Oreo pudding. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Syntax?
I can't.
No, I think it's called
Peanut butter.
sidecar or side something.
Yeah, it's not
I think it
syntax.
might be called. It might come to me. It might come
Right,
to me. I
riding
can't.
Might,
shotgun.
maybe.
Riding shotgun. It could
Riding
be
shotgun.
riding shotgun.
That's what I meant. Sidecar.
Yeah, because I think the speakeasy one is root beer,
Yeah.
and syntax is the peanut butter custard. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I decided that I was gonna try to make a vanilla cookie pudding because like I just like vanilla cookie, and I like eating them with pudding. So like I'm the kind of guy that'll have like the snack packs, and I'll have like a vanilla cookie, and I'll like eat the snack pack with a vanilla cookie. So that's like what I was trying to go for.
That's a
I have,
pro-life
like-
tip right there.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a pro-life
Pro-life.
tip right there.
Oh, dude. Well, realistically, everybody knows that like you can be a G and eat a pudding cup with no utensils. You just squeeze it, and you're like, you know,
Yep.
that's how you do it. So I haven't tried that one yet either, but I mixed it up. These are all things I've done in the last week. I've kind of been, like I said, this past weekend I went really aggressive because I was like, you know what, I haven't done this in a long time. I need to, so I did. And then I also mixed up a strawberry lemon, just a strawberry lemon vape.
Nice.
Like, so I guess I kind of kept a little bit of last month with me because I was like, you know what, like maybe I think it's because I was working on like a lemon custard, and the lemon that I got from it, I was like, ooh, I wonder if I like smash the lemon with the strawberry that I have in my strawberry custard and like put them together, like what is that going to be like? And so I decided to do that. I did that. Haven't tried it once again. And yeah, that's everything that I've been mixing this past week. So clown.
Nice. As for me, I filled in some orders. I pulled a Sifu. I was telling him before the show. I accidentally, instead of doing nicotine, I ended up just adding another liquid on top of it, and it just made everything taste funny and gross. And so I had to redo the order. And I was even showing Sifu. This is a 50/50 12 milligram. And that is just red as all hell. And I tried vaping it in one of my billet boxes, and I can't do 12 milligram anymore. I learned that one really quickly. I was like, yeah, no.
It's
no.
aggressive.
Yeah, it
Can't
is.
bother.
It's mostly, it just gave me like a full-on headache. Like just all this right here. I was just like, no, bro, we're not doing this. No.
Yeah, I can handle the throat hit, but I can't handle that much nicotine.
Uh-huh.
That's
And
the problem.
And I think I was only like 2 to 3 puffs in. I was like, yeah, we're not doing this.
You know what's weird is I'm kind of the same way, but I always carry one of these guys when I'm on the road.
uh,
Just, you
dude,
know.
I can't even do those just because like I'd be trying to chief on it all day, and it would make me sick. Because that was like the problem I had with Nick salts and fucking pod systems. I would just make myself sick every time. Too strong.
Good call last week, by the way, Clown. Good call last week. It was the batteries.
It was the batteries. He's like, he was getting ready to buy a new scale.
I was really frustrated.
Check the fucking batteries. Oh, trust me, when I was doing mixing last week, I had to do the same thing. It was just like I would press the power button and it would shut off. I was like, damn it. Let's go look for some AAAs. Let's see what we got around this house. And luckily we had some.
Mine was just it would register and then it would re-auto tear or it wouldn't register when I was putting flavorings in. It's like, what the heck's going on here? I can't have this happen. No.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had one scale where like it was so wrecked because I had it for like 4 or 5 years, and it wouldn't even like once you were already like at a half a gram, it still wouldn't count it. I'm like, I'm just downing flavoring. It's like not moving. I was like, yeah, this doesn't look right.
I was mixing that for my brother Sifu's recipe, and it was going way off that day too. And it's like, okay, I know this is way too strong on this flavor. So I was like, yeah,
it's like that don't look right. All right, so the lovely intro was done by our Anthony Romella. He was kind enough to do an anniversary special intro, and seriously much appreciate it. But we're gonna like throw out some more stuff. But here, check this out. Ad break.
What are you making again? Is it a
candy? Ooh, that's really freaking good.
Is it a candy vape?
It's kind of like a candied lemonade.
Gotcha.
All right.
I wanted to give it a crossover because we were supposed to do something wacky today, I thought. So I figured this would work, and it's freaking delicious. This is a good one. I'll vape this.
All right, who wants to volunteer as tribute for talking about their recipe first?
I can go.
I like how Chris is like, I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Okay, so what I've decided to do today is, well, first of all, I'm going to use a couple of ingredients or concentrates, whatever you want to call them, that I've never used before or that I've used very sparingly. So for a long time now, Mr. Sammy Nitro has been like bugging me to make an apricot cream. So I was like, no, I don't really want to make a fucking apricot cream. That sounds so boring. And also, I don't even particularly like apricot. So like, I don't really want to do it. But he said it like 100 times at this point. So I decided that today I'm going to make an apricot bourbon cornbread pudding is what I'm going to make. So the apricot that I'm using is, I'm not going to say the whole thing. It's just apricot from Flavor Art with a couple other words in there that, whatever. Armenia, Albacoca, something like that. I'm using that at 1.25%. I'm using bourbon from Flavor Art at 1%. Cornbread from 1-on-1 at 2.5%. Cream, Milky Undertone from 1-on-1 at 1%. Pudding base from VTA at 0.5%. Vanilla pudding from Flavora at 1.5%. And then I'm rounding it out because cornbread is sweet, pudding is sweet, Apricots are sweet. So is super sweet, and that's why it's going at 0.5%. And
Nice.
so my recipe is called Nitro's Choice, because
I like that.
Semi nitro.
Cool.
And so that's what I'm mixing today. So I will. You know what? I'm gonna throw it to Anthony. Are you mixing today?
I'm mixing today.
Ooh.
Tell us what you're mixing, bro.
Well, I know that Overdrip calls it cheating if you put your recipe together before the show. So I did no prep work whatsoever. Just came up with this recipe on the fly. It is. If you believe that I didn't prep for this, you guys are kidding. Like Ohm.My.Lanta. It is a lemon mango tangerine flavor. And it's obviously candied because I like everything like that. But I wanted to do something that was a real kind of summer mix. I'm a big mango fan, so to be able to kind of put these flavors together, you know, orange and mango kind of go together really well, and then the lemon kind of gives it that little bit of sourness. So the sour pitted up against the sweet. Recipe. No prep whatsoever. I didn't do any prep at all. This is really for sub-ohm tank only. So I got 3% of sweet tangerine from Capella, 4% lemon Sicily from Capella. You guys are going to see a trend here. 2% sweet mango from Capella, 2% sweet candy enhancer from Capella, 2% super sweet from Capella, 2% pink lemonade from Capella, and 2% juicy orange from Capella. So if you like Capella flavors and you have them, you should be able to make this mix.
Dude, I love
But
the
I always
graphic.
stress this by saying I am a Falcon tank user. So my concentrate percentages are always much higher than you're going to see. If you're going to mix this for a dripper, cut all these in half because it's going to just overwhelm you. It's going to be very harsh.
That's a lot of lemon Sicily. I don't know if I've ever used more than a
Yeah,
few
no,
drops.
no prep work at all there.
None whatsoever. So I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I didn't cheat and did this on the fly. So you know, no, when I was watching an old episode I was on, Chris was like, if you make your recipe before the episode, it's cheating. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to the completely other degree here and actually
Listen,
prep
this is what I
slides
will say to
so.
that, Anthony. Just to like, I will say this: for the 4 of us that are on the show every week, that is cheating. If you're like still new to mixing and you're like nervous about people being like, "Oh wow, this guy's mixes are terrible," then by all means,
Prep
you can
away.
cheat. I won't even call it cheating. I'll call it being prepared. But for us, I like think that like we're on the fly mixers, bro. Like your best shit will be like something on the fly. Like if I was gonna try to plan this out. I even said on like the podcast this weekend that I was gonna like give myself like a full day to fucking prepare for this. Yeah, fucking right, dude. I got home from work at 7:35, rolled up here, and just put my recipe together. Like that's the best way to do it. For
No,
me.
you guys are awesome like that, and your ability to do that is incredible. But
Oh, dude, you know which one
Not all
impresses
day.
me is watching Fresh and them do just like 6 mixes in a show and stuff. I'm like,
They're back there,
oh.
like, stole it. She stole it. My prep work was literally 5 minutes before the show. That's it.
Well, yeah, but
Had-
you're awesome. Look at you got a microscope in your background. I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And since you're already talking, why don't you go ahead and tell us about what you're mixing?
This is delicious. Oh, you want me to tell you now what's in
Yeah,
here?
because that's what we're doing right now.
Well, I thought
Oh,
that
is
you
it?
were gonna
Okay.
be mixing on the show, but apparently you were prepared. So
Yeah,
He straight up cheated.
Yeah, let it rip.
I wound up with it's a guava raspberry lemonade, but it's like a candied lemonade. I did that on purpose because I've been kind of into the candies lately. I blame Anthony. For some reason, he's got that bug in me. But it's guava VSO at 0.6, for 30 mil. And well, percentage point 2%. Sorry, lemon from VSO at 2%, raspberry sweet TPA at 3%, shisha raspberry at 1.5%, and super sweet at 1 to bring forth that candiness, and it's freaking delicious. She stole it? Oh, I don't even have the juice anymore. It doesn't even exist in this household. It's over there.
you gotta mix it again.
Make
Yeah,
another
what are
one.
you doing cheating like
You
that?
like
I
it?
mean,
How do
I
you
would
not
never
just do
pre-mix
him and
mine.
her
He said
bottles?
this hers because she steals everything I make,
Well, that's good.
Except for that almond joy thing, right?
except for the almond joy. She didn't care for that. But
Or the lumbus cake.
All right, pass it on, Advocate.
The
Let's go.
lumbus cake.
pass it on. All right, let's go to clown.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing 2 different mixes. One just because I wanted to re up on something, and why not do it while we're just hanging out and stuff. But the official mix I'm gonna be doing is I'm reworking on the Arnold Palmer, which means I'm cheating to a wild extent. But we're gonna be doing 3.5% lemonade from Bigford, 2% of lemonade from Wonder Flavors. Then we're gonna be doing Southern Sweet Tea from Wonder Flavors at 2.5%. Then some Capella Super Sweet at 0.5%, and Sweet Tea from TFA at 4.5%. And yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna see how this turns out, because this has been like one of those I'm chasing this fucker until I get it done. All right, who hasn't gone yet? Disco, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. So I semi-cheated. I too rushed home from work hoping that I'd get home in time to participate, and I just decided that I was going to do the redemption cake. And so I, on the fly, just came up with this in hopes that it worked out. And so far, I literally just tried it, and I'm quite happy with it. So I did buttercream Capella at 1%, Simply Cake by Perillium at 3%, Sprinkles by Flavor West at 1.75%, Super Sweet at 0.2, and Vanilla Cupcake Flavor West at 1%, Whipped Cream Fresh Wonder Flavors at 1%, and a little bit of Flavor West Yellow Cake at 1%. It sounds like a lot going on, but it came out cakey. There's definitely a frosting element there, and the sprinkles did something. So I'm tasting those sprinkles out of all of it. So I'm kind of
Nice.
happy with this. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Sprinkles are
But
hard.
yeah, right. So I'll come up with a second one. Why not? Since I'll do a mix on the show, and since you guys are doing kind of a lemonade theme, I will come up with some kind of a lemonade theme. So I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
Nice. Who's left? Sifu?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
so I definitely cheated because I had to. But to be fair,
He's been
fair,
vaping it this whole time.
yes, I have. But to be fair, I did put it together on the spot and mixed it right away. No tinkering, no nothing. I just put it in the bottle. I made it, put it in the bottle, and then put it aside. And then I tried it later that night, and because I had to take a setup with me, just for this, so I didn't want to take a liquid with just cotton and stuff in it. I didn't want to take an atomizer with just cotton in it on the road, so I mixed it all up and all that stuff. So, but what I did is I did a plum bourbon. So it's called Plum Bob Bourbon Pants, and I did 1.5% of the bourbon Wonder Flavor, 0.5% of the bourbon VTA, 0.5% of Honey Peach by Jungle Flavors, 1% of the Kentucky Bourbon PPA, 1.5% of the Plum Purple from Wonder Flavors, 0.5% of Super Sweet, and a little kicker is the Zen Garden from Flavor Art. So the Zen Garden is basically kind of like an herbal garden mix. And in this mix, it's giving me the skin component of the plum, which is delightful in this mix. So I'm really enjoying it very, very much. It's semi-sweet. It's got a really nice plum flavor. Like this plum purple Wonder Flavors is really delicious. And I backed it with the Honey Peach for just a little syrupy loveliness. And the Zen Garden gives me the skin of the plum, and those bourbon mixes. I took inspiration from Mandalorian's Jim Beam, and it's quite delightful. So really, really good mix. Came out well together, and I'm already through about this much just in a few days. So it's going good. Spoiler alert. Going good.
Sounds plum crazy.
Plum. Well, that was the first name. It was Plum Purple Crazy. But I was talking with Clown before the show, and I was like, I was thinking about Plum Bob Bourbon Pants, and he started laughing. So I said, well, I guess that's the name. So
Yeah, he got me with that one.
That's the name. So that's me.
Nice. So where's everybody at? Tim already
shaking
mixed
mine.
his, so you know.
Yeah, I just mixed it while we're here.
Yeah, I just mixed mine while you guys were talking. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I just got done shaking it up. I didn't have time to make a label for it or anything. Like, you know, it's just mixed it right here on the spot. 100 mils.
I didn't either.
Straight out of
She
the
made
gate.
it for me. She made the labels.
Dude, is that literally a label? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I made labels. Like, I'm a label guy. I could not make labels for my own liquids. Fuck that.
He has the available resources. Come on.
Fuck you, I like that.
But honestly, I make this label on a $100 label maker. Like, it's not that expensive to get the stuff to make labels if you're doing it on a regular, and it works like really. You use the software from your phone. Like, it's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I have the Brother WC 500 or whatever that one is, VC
That's what I
500.
have. Yeah, that's
It
the
works
same one.
fantastic.
Yeah, it really does. If you can take a picture of it, then you can print it. Like, it's as simple as that. And screenshots work too. So, but I mean,
Man.
would you expect anything less than a juice line called Big Cock Juice from me? I mean, come on.
Feel like
Especially
you
with
and Steel Valley need to get together on that one.
Like, really, whatever those rooster things are called.
I just call it the Gobbler. I have no idea what it's really called.
Yeah, I was gonna call it the giblets. So we're really
Not
not
the
far from
giblets.
Yes.
The Huevos Grandes.
But after hearing Sifu
Yeah.
talk about that plum, I feel like I need a flavor called Plum Crazy Cooter to go along with this
Hot.
line, you know.
Yeah.
So
Wind up
I did
making a lot
have
more
one
of
thing
this.
I did want to talk about. Since it's an anniversary show, I figure we're gonna have some fun anyway.
Yeah.
So as these guys know, I make a lot of face changing things for them, where I'll put their faces on something for fun. And it got to the point where I just didn't have the right pictures, like the right face to go with a lot of this stuff. So I asked them, I'm like, would you guys mind sending me a few pictures? And everybody pretty much did, and so did Mitch, and he's not here to defend himself, so he's just going to get taken advantage of. So this was a picture that Mitch sent to me,
Oh, God.
one of it. And this
That is
has
Mitch.
a lot of questions.
That's Mitch right there.
Number one, I don't know if he's naked, but I just kind of get that feel from this picture, like this is straight out of the shower. I don't know what he expected me to use that face for. Like, there's not a lot
Obviously,
of
throw it on this live. That's why it's there.
things to do. The other thing I thought was really weird is if you look in the back corner, it looks like the top of a bunk bed, which I really don't think he has bunk beds in his own bedroom. So whose bedroom is he standing around naked in? And then the last thing I thought was funny was that he wanted to make sure that I got this picture at full volume, because at the top, there's actually the volume bar is all the way up to the top and part of the photograph. So
He was singing in that one. It was just in between lyrics.
He meant to send you a video and he messed up.
I mean, maybe it's for the best.
But you got those memes that are so funny. Or they'll send it to a professional
Oh,
Photoshop
yes.
artist and say, "Hey, can you make my this person not in the picture?" Or and then he gets they get totally trolled every time. So what did he expect? He's going to send you a picture like that. He's going to get trolled.
Right?
Oh, have you seen the memes he's put out this week? Oh my god,
I mean,
got some good
everybody
ones.
else sent me pictures that were, them outside or, whatever it was. But this was the only one that I was just like, I'm not sure what I can do with that.
Oh, there's
Other
so
than
many. There's so many things.
Probably not supposed to do with that.
When Tucky Shine sent me a picture the other day, I didn't even know I took. Apparently, I'm a Guinness model, I guess. I mean, he sent me a side by side of the Guinness model and me. And he's like, "Hey, look, I didn't know you were a Guinness model." Even holding out on me, it's like,
What
"Damn,
is
it
a
does kinda
Guinness
look a little
model?
like
For Guinness
like
beer?
a beer? Yeah, Guinness beer model. He's wearing all the swag, and it's like, that does look a lot like me. It's kind of creepy. Like, messed up.
That's funny.
Boy, for a mix I just came up with, this is actually pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be making more of
hey,
this.
You gotta let that saturate in your coil, bro. What you're just going ham?
Yeah, just go like this. Just pop the top and drink it.
Yeah, I would honestly, you do have to let this mango steep a little bit. Like you can't.
Yeah.
This is really mango's really tough for a shake and bake. It's just too damn harsh.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
especially the Capella. It's super full.
It is. So I knew if I was going to use this mix on the show, I was like, I got to make it at least a couple days before because there's no way I'll be able to vape that. I'll just be dying. Like, yeah, make this liquid. It's great.
I think Sifu and I had to talk about this one night about the mango and the fact that it had such a throat hit.
Yeah. Some of them do. The Island Mango, less so. Avora, definitely so. Capella, yes, definitely. I mean, and the Capella will cloud your mix also, you know. So it's a cloudy on its own. So you'll see a lot of people that first use it and they'll post a picture of it. Is my mix supposed to be this cloudy? It's like, well, you got a big chunk of Capella mango in there. Yes, it's going.
Big old chunk.
If you add enough of the real extract of the Lamba spread, you get that cloudy texture.
Yeah, look at the Lamba spread.
You guys in that Lamba spread.
Dude, this smells so good. I am ready to try it.
You say that, but you know the only person I know that wants to try it. So
No,
don't even go
I was
there.
talking about my lemonade, bro. I ain't talking about that.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, he's talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
I
only
mean-
person in the world I know that wants to try that liquid.
Is it weird that I would too? I'm weird. I'll give anything a chance.
That's it.
What?
Just go give me your
I
address.
mean,
I
I just used Zen Garden in one of mine. I was flipping through Bull City. I was like, oh, this is on sale. Zen
What
Garden.
is
It's let's see, the notes on it will read. The notes on it read, think of fresh basil, spices, kind of musky, rich oregano, minty, some scents. So it's just kind of like an herbal mix. This guy says, Doctor actually says that it's ethereal green notes, herbal blend, basil, oregano, percentages. He says, little rosemary, a little sage, thyme, a little tomato leaf. So it's kind of a strange flavor, but I think everyone should have it. If you like peach flavors that you get like a little bit of the skin, or like a stone fruit with a little bit of the skin on it, it is mimicking that mouthfeel and taste. So I like the skins on a plum or a peach, pear. Maybe not so much a pear, but especially on stone fruits, apricots, and kumquats and things like that. So even Japanese plums that have the little skins on them, you're getting that kind of that taste, and it's working.
That's what I like about the VSO blueberry, the V1. It actually has that skin taste to it. And then if you want to get a little bit more of the innards flavor, like the juicy flavor, you add the huckleberry, and it's just like that's my go-to like berry flavor. I love that. I could do that as a one shot.
Tim,
just
I will forever give you shit.
Go for it.
I'm not a mixer. I'm never gonna get into it. Now look at him, just mouthing off about all this stuff like
I have
he knows
no
shit.
idea what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's cool though. Like,
No, I know. It's just funny.
I didn't go from like winning the Flavora thing here, and I sent a double batch of it, and me buying like 3 times as many flavorings as that since then. So no, it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I just started watching this show because I thought it would be interesting to learn about this. And the next thing I know,
I was doing it.
$1,000 worth of mixing crap. Like, how did I get here so fast?
It's easy.
And
it's fun.
I got to share the blame though, not just with the show, but also Anthony for passing up the second win, so that I could get it. And now, now I'm hooked. Thanks.
Yeah.
Really thanks. I mean it though.
Seriously, next time we do a Flavora thing, jump
really
on
has.
it.
Like it really has changed the way that I vape and changed my whole idea about what vape can be. So I couldn't be happier.
Yes.
It's all due to you guys.
You know what I'm gonna do now, Anthony? Now I'm gonna like force your hand and just start sending you random atomizers that you have to build. And then you'd be like, oh, you asshole. Now everything that I know how to do is useless because it all just tastes way too much. And these things that have really good flavor.
I'm up for the challenge. I'm just the one step I'm not going to take is building coils.
Yeah, no,
Like,
dude.
I'm not taking that jump.
I know a guy.
I said that too, and somebody in this chat has a little to do with that problem too. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Duchess. It's all Duchess's fault.
It mostly is actually.
Duchess is the fifth member of the panel that doesn't show up on the show, but he's mentioned a lot.
I think it appeals to the cook in me, like the guy that likes to like cook things. I think that's what mixing kind of drew me in so quickly, because it was like, you know, you can make something and have immediate response to it. Is this a good, you know, mix of spices, if you will, to what my taste buds want? And coil building is just not like that. Like I was an auto mechanic for like 20 years. I don't want to build anything else. Like I'm good on that.
See, for me, like mixing is like such a good thing for me, because like I've never been diagnosed, but like I'm confident that like I have some level of ADD, because my brain's always going 100 miles an hour, and it's like it can be full in on one thing, but then within like 30 seconds later it's like completely gone, and I'm on like the 100th level of the building instead of the second, and then I might fly back down to like the 5th level. Like I'm just all over the fucking map. So with mixing, it allows me to like mix shit, and if I take down notes, I stop thinking about it like 10 minutes later, and I'll be on to the next thing that I want to try to do. So for me, it's like almost like therapy. Like as I'm going along, it's like I concentrate like really hard on what I'm doing, but the minute that it's done, I can like flip that switch and just let myself go and do something completely different. Like I think that was the hardest part for me with the mixing the fruits, because I never think about those things.
Sure.
So forcing myself to think about those things was like really fucking difficult. Like I don't know why, but it was like super hard for me to even think about what to do.
Yeah.
Now I find like every so often I'll be like just in my brain, like at work, right? I work by myself. So when I'm like driving around and like I'm in between houses or whatever, like before I get to the next one for the delivery, like something will pop in my brain. It'll be like, oh, in 2006, like you remember when you had that pop that was this flavor? You should fucking make that. And I'll be like, oh, sweet. And then I mark it down on my phone.
Yeah, does that happen to anybody else at the convenience store? You'd be walking around and see like a candy or something to be like,
oh yeah,
probably make that in a vape. Like that, I'm sure that probably happens
constantly
all the time, but other people are just like, no, I don't think. I'm like, oh,
dude, even commercials on
blueberry
TV,
lime, we try
like
that, or you know, whatever it is.
Well, it's like some new slushies coming out at 7-Eleven, or like you see like a commercial and it's like for fucking yogurt, and they have like some flavor combo in the yogurt, and you're like, oh, that is a thing. I'll try that.
I've also, what I found is when you're mixing, what I love about it is you can mix flavors that when you mix them like as foods would never be able, because of some reason one's oilier and the other something you would never mix, but you can do it in here. You can create those flavors that you've always wondered about but could never actually try. I mean, that's kind of amazing that you can do that. And this is the first time I used a guava since I've had it, so
the biggest pro tip that I got from the show though was the one that Sifu did, where he said, okay, when you're mixing, put all your liquids on one side of the scale, and then as you make it, then you put it on the other. That was like, that seems like the simplest thing, but that is a freaking lifesaver, because you get in the middle of something and you get distracted and you go back and go, shit, did I put that in there already or not? And make just constantly doing that move eliminates that problem.
You know what the
My
greatest
favorite
thing
part
about that is that Sifu's had like literally fucked up, like more than
That's what I was gonna say.
Like, he's the one that gave you that advice. That's amazing.
Well, he doesn't have to follow his own advice. He just has to give it. Like,
It's very do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
7 times, like, yeah, it'd be like putting the super sweet 7 times on the wrong side and keep on putting it in next time. Doing, wow, this is a really sweet juice. I can't stand.
Dude, I'd probably throw up.
You won't die. I drip straight.
No, but like, dude, if I put in 1% super sweet in something, like, it is
like I just did
beyond too sweet. Sometimes I have to like I'll start at 0.5%, and there's times that I'll drop it down to like 0.15%. It all depends on the flavorings. So like I'll be able to get through that 30 mil. But when I do the second one, I'll be like drop fucking super sweet way down. But I still want it in there because like it'll just give me that little bit of something.
Yeah, that's why I only time I ever go up to a 1 on it ever is when it's lemon in it. If I'm trying to make a lemonade, because it needs that bump. With anything else, I never go above a half. At least I haven't since I started.
I don't even know what a half looks like.
You don't.
Yeah,
even,
I can't
what do
believe you put 2% in yours like that.
2%.
Like
You
I put at
2%
least
super sweet?
1% in everything. If it's not,
Oh.
normally it's like 2.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
Anthony, you'd like this one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
This would be up your alley.
No, I even like Sifu sent me a bunch of his, and I really liked the flavor. It was just in a tank. It was muted. It was like I wanted more of it, and that's what I've learned. It's like, well, then fucking put more in, jackass. it'll come through in your little tank, but it's just not gonna work. It's not a dripper, tank, and until I get to that point, that's just kind of the way it's gonna be.
Right on.
No, whatever works. Like that's just it, right? Like
Oh, we were talking about that before the show. Me and Clown with sweetener.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't use super sweet much, and he was asking me about it. I said, "Well, it kind of depends." Just like you said, Chris. I said, my fig mix has 0.75 because I feel that it needs it. My cactus has 0.15 because I feel that it's sweet enough. So it just depends on the mix, So
Give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple minutes. We're gonna find out whether or not that'll hold up in the Falcon. Well, no.
Yeah. No,
It
and
should.
and
That's pretty
nothing
sweet.
negative either way. I just think there are enough people out there that probably vape both ways that need to understand if you're not getting out of your mixes what you want, you may need to bump them up some. I mean, this may be the case.
When I tried some of Jane's, like when I tried the Paranaceous, I talked to her first on what setup she originally built it for, because it makes a difference whether or not someone's used to building for sub ohms, if they're mixing for sub ohms, or if they're mixing for a RDA or hot RDA or a cooler.
What did she say though, Tim? What did she say?
This is actually almost the perfect setup right here. What she would actually do. It's like a little bit cool. It's not a super hot vape, but somewhere kind of in between, like a medium.
What is that? A
hot,
barrage?
A dripper. Yeah, but this is similar to what I got the best flavor out of is the barrage, with like a 0.25 in it was what I had in it when I did that.
Watts or something? 60 watts?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't like a high wattage. On the hot ones, you get a totally different flavor because the Paranaceous has some delicate flavors in there that you completely mute out by running on a hot vape.
Like I love that Peach Among Worlds that Sifu makes.
Yeah, I need to try.
But I just want it to be like twice as strong. It's like I'm vaping it extra because I'm trying to pull more of that flavor out. I'm like, that's all there is, but
You just need to try mouth to lung, bro.
I can't stand that tight draw. Oh,
Flavor
no
town.
way.
Get you one of these
Flavor
little.
town.
Get you one of these little guys.
Because Peach Among Worlds in tight mouth to lung is real good.
Nice.
I just picked up 3 Derringers. That'll work. That'll give you some flavor.
I think Disco wants to talk about her mix, so.
I do.
So
I
You
can
like it.
tell you're just like chomping at the bit.
I mean,
Go ahead.
your cheeks are red and you're very excited. You're like,
So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, everyone's doing lemon, so I was like, I'm gonna do something lemon, and then I started looking through my flavor stash to get like inspiration, and I came across Big Stick, and I was like, oh, we're running with this. So I did a 3-2-1 melted popsicle, and I did 3% pink lemonade Capella, 2% Big Stick by Flavor West, and 1% Mora Blackberry. And I had such high confidence, it went straight to the caliber and going to work with me tomorrow. Like,
Nice.
it is
Nice.
so good. It just tastes like a really good melted popsicle, and I'm down with it. So
What,
thanks.
what is big? What is
did you
big
caliber?
stick?
Like, what is
I've
it?
never heard of this flavor. What is
Big Stick is so have you ever had the orange and reddish like tubular popsicles?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it tastes like to a T.
Nice.
That is delicious. I'm gonna have to put that in a cart.
You won't be
Seafood's
sad.
cart's just getting bigger.
It's so good. I was like, this is a banger. I got lucky. See, I'm thinking on the fly. It
There you go.
does. It works.
I find you, and you go in the car. I find
How's everybody
Chris
else's
is
mixes
always talking
turned
about
out?
putting something in his cart, and I'm like wondering how big Chris's cart actually gets before he checks out.
Dude, it gets
Yeah,
gross.
we had a we saw some like Anthony was talking about walking around yesterday. We saw a Pez flavored slushy. I was thinking, I can vape that.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's cocktails. Like I'll go to a fancy restaurant and I'll have an interesting cocktail, or go to somewhere in New Orleans at one of these swanky little cocktail bars or when we went to Attaboy in New York, where there's no drink menu, you just tell them what you feel like drinking. I would like a tequila drink, and he just gives you whatever he feels like making, and everything is wonderful. That's where I. So you're saying you mix in flavors, you get ideas. So the bourbon plum was something I've thought about for a while, but I never had a plum flavor, and then I bought one and got a good one. So
Have you had a chance to try the Mandalorian's version of that bourbon yet? Have you gotten those flavors?
I mixed it first and
Yep.
then knuckled it, and I was like, yep, that's the bourbon flavor that I've been looking for. Yeah,
That it is,
For
isn't
vapes.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
especially
a
for
really
vapes.
good base.
It's not too smoky or earthy. It's just the right amount of burn, the right amount of dark alcohol flavor, and it's good.
That's got me hooked on trying mixed drink flavors, is because of him including me in that. It's
Yep.
like thank you, Larry.
Yep. I adjusted the percentages a little bit because I'm familiar with the VTA, and I didn't want that note in it. I didn't want that peaty, almost scotchy type of flavor. I wanted it a little more delicate, especially with plum. So I did adjust the percentages a little bit, but yeah, I was like, yeah, this is it. So
Nice.
I don't have the flavorings, Duchess, but they're coming. I mean, Derek has been
You're
pushing.
not making a spaghetti taco vape flavor. Just forget it. Like it ain't happening. That's disgusting.
I mean, he's
Well,
already
on here.
doing the
I made it.
lambas bread, so I mean, come on.
If I made the spaghetti taco vape, the funniest part is, what if you tried it and you liked it? Would you be embarrassed to admit you liked it?
I'd buy a bullet and borrow a gun.
I want to take that dive into savory, but I'm still freaked out by it. I have like some tomato and some basil and some other stuff that I could like mess around with, but I haven't taken the dive.
yeah, I got rice, I got wheat.
Oh,
I got,
I've messed with rice already, like rice puddings. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love rice. But how about you, Clown? How'd your mix turn out, buddy?
The lemonade Arnold Palmer thing's actually rocking pretty good. Been reaching for it quite a bit, so I'm enjoying it. So hopefully this works out. We'll see how the steep goes, because that's where I'm a little worried that the lemonade and the tea will like peter out a little bit. But I did go on a higher percentage than I've done in the past, so we'll see. I'm enjoying it for now, but we'll see. And the sweetener did
Not
help.
getting any of that. The problem with tea flavors is you get a lot of the leaf.
No, yeah, I mean, it has a bit of an earthy note, but it's not offensive. It has like, you know how like when you do like a Arnold Palmer, it has like that tea flavor to it, but it's not offensive. So, like I said, I'm just hoping it doesn't all like steep out, because that's been the issue I've had with this one. Is just it's always steeped out and it just tastes very bland after a bit.
Well, the non-offensive golfer.
Non-offensive golfer.
So you know what happens with me and like sweet tea concentrate? It reminds me of the summer that I fell in love with sweet tea vodka and drank a ton of it. Like
And
there
then
was this
got
sweet
sick.
tea vodka, yeah, called Jeremiah Weeds, and that sweet tea concentrate tastes just like it to me, because I've tried the Arnold Palmer path as well, and it is difficult. So I hope that you enjoy yours, but I always taste that sweet tea vodka. It just brings me right
But
back.
you know what's interesting though is that people that make beverages like that will use these concentrates to flavor their stuff. Like, did you know that like the peanut M&Ms, the peanut butter M&Ms, because of the way that they process it, the oil and peanuts won't mix with the chocolate, so they have to press them until they're almost to powder, and then they have to reflavor them with artificial peanut butter flavoring to actually make them hold together.
Interesting.
So it's not actually a little spurt of peanut butter in there. They get the peanuts, they press all the oils out. They use the oils for something else, but they press them so hard that it basically turns into disgusting, tasteless powder. Then they have to reflavor with artificial peanut butter flavor.
So the peanuts are just there as the meat.
Yeah. Well, peanut M&Ms
the
are
soy protein.
Well, no, the peanut M&Ms are different from the peanut butter M&Ms.
No, I agree. Peanut butter ones are my favorite, so
Yeah, right.
that's why I'm so interested.
The peanut M&Ms, they order them dry roasted, then they dry them again. I learned that from a guy that we worked with us. He actually installed pumps in the M&M Mars factory. He got to tour and got to see all those processes. So
You're giving away like Mars secrets.
Well, it's not Twix. He's not giving away Twix. Everything should be good.
Funny you mentioned that,
How
Dutchess.
about you,
That has
Chris?
been brought up.
Okay, so my recipe, here's the deal. Okay? I didn't have time to rewick anything. I vaped it. Don't get me wrong. I vaped it right over something else. But I grabbed the wrong Addy. Okay? I grabbed an Addy that I had like a blue raz lime in. And I tried to like get it pretty dry. So like I don't really taste the apricot really, because I think that like I'm trying to say in my brain like, oh, that is the apricot, and then my brain's like, no,
that's blue
that
raz because
is
it stays.
blue raz. But like the cornbread and the pudding part tastes really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like put it on the shelf and try it in a week with something brand new when I still have like 25 milliliters of this liquid. But right now it shows promise that at the very least I got like a pretty good cornbread pudding going on. I just don't know how like that apricot's working in there, because like I said, I kind of get like a little bit of blue raz. I thought that I had vanilla custard in this Addy, and then after I dripped it and like fired it, I was like, that smells like blue raspberry. I was not prepared enough. See,
Blue
this is
raz
the one thing about
stays.
doing things last second. Sometimes you burn yourself. Today I'm just vaping an apricot cornbread pudding over top of blue raz lime.
That's funny you mentioned that about the grabbing the wrong vape, because this one I wanted to try it on a hotter vape, so I just grabbed this thinking it was one of the fruity flavors I got from Tom. No, this was over the Shamrock Cookie, and this does not go over Shamrock Cookie. I
Oh,
not a good
No.
mix. No.
I was just thinking honeydew. Like you can't vape anything over honeydew.
Oh no, you can't.
Honeydew.
You have to like burn that atomizer with fire to get the flavor out.
Yeah, but then
I do
you
not
get a
like
happy
honeydew.
accidents like that. That's how I got the peach among worlds. I dripped my bourbon peach over Yig.
Oh wow.
That's how that flavor came about. It's like, oh, that works. So I layered some peach over some oatmeal cookie and some other stuff, and there it is. That's how Peach Among the World was born. It's just a happy accident. And then the Grimm's people in the Grimm were mixing his cookie with the banana. They're mixing those half and half.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Quite a few people have done that.
Yeah. I mean,
By the way, this
happy
is more
accident.
muted. It is more muted, Anthony, in this, but it's still pretty
Yes.
good. You'd probably
Okay.
turn up the percentages. Just up the percentages, you'd be fine.
Cool.
Dude, I haven't used this tank in
Nice.
so long. Maybe I should buy one on clearance somewhere.
Yeah.
I need a new
actually
Falcon
pretty good
tank.
these days.
The only way I'm sending you liquids, Chris, is by sending along a Falcon with it, because otherwise I'm not gonna get a real review.
I'll take a Falcon King.
What's
What
all
about
the
one of the
Falcon-
new Sackers thing? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, those PMP coils are good, man.
I'm gonna wait until I get to try it because the Falcon 2 was similar styling and it wasn't very good. So
Really?
we'll see.
Anthony,
your
you
favorite
have your
Falcon
Discord
coil?
open.
M1 Plus.
Okay.
It's the
I
only
think that
coil,
was the.
or the M1.
I would think it was the M2, the one with the rice flax paper.
Yeah. The M2 and the M1 Plus are very similar. The difference is like the circumference of the mesh on the inside. On the M2, it's a little bit tighter draw. That's probably why you like that one a little bit better.
Yeah, I liked that tank for a long time. That and the Fire Luke. The
Yeah,
mesh
the
Yeah,
Fire
I've
Luke.
had both, and that Fire Luke just stays in the closet. Like,
Hey.
Is it,
See,
the
I
Falcon,
like
wasn't
the
a
dual
fan.
coil one on that one too.
is it the Falcon King or the Falcon?
Well, here's the deal. The difference between the Falcon and the Falcon King are just the way it opens. They use exactly the same coils, hold the same amount of liquid. The original Falcon has a screw off top, which if you didn't put it on exactly straight, they would leak. But that's more of a user error than it is that. The Falcon King, you push a little button on the side and the door like flips open.
So which one are you using right now?
Well, I'm currently have both sitting here, but I'm currently using the original Falcon.
I like
Me
the
too,
King because
because that one
the
had a
flip
liquid
open.
resin.
The flip open on that King is like serious. It's like
It
like
is, but when
switchblade.
it
When
wears
the
out,
spring goes, when spring's
there's
gone,
not
it's
anything
gone.
you can do about it.
Oh, that didn't
Yeah,
happen
that's
to me.
that. I mean, and I use mine a lot, so I do keep this original Falcon around because I know that's not gonna go bad. You know, I can screw it on straight and it's fine.
Yeah.
But
My wife,
and
my wife
the
used
Falcon
the
King
Falcon.
has an 810 drip tip, where the original Falcon has a 510, but the drip tip that comes with it is super wide, so it feels like an 810. That's the best way I can describe it.
Dude, what's this Horizon Sakers sub-ohm tank? Is that new?
That's their new
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's the brand new one they came out with. And like I said, the only reason that I'm kind of standoffish to that is because it's got that same style pushing coil that the Falcon 2 has. And there were just things about that tank that I didn't like. Like, it was incredibly difficult to fill. It had a slide open top, and you couldn't get a 100 ml bottle between the drip tip and the fill hole. Like, you just really couldn't do it no matter what you did.
That actually is one of the things that I was told is do better on this one. But Anthony, you need to check your Discord because I'm gonna make you smile because I know something you don't know.
Okay. Oh no, I know.
You did know? Okay.
I do know.
So
I
you
wasn't
don't
gonna
have to
mention
worry
it
about
until
that.
until it's in my hand, it's not here. So
But it is. Yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about it. You're gonna have to try it. So
yeah.
you're good.
So we'll see. Yeah, and you know, I'm one of those guys that if I like something, I'll freaking tell you. Like this War 21 is awesome.
So-
Like, if you don't have one of these and you use regulated mods, you need one because they are fantastic.
Which one is that?
It's called a Gore 21. Chris has one too. I bet you're probably
Yeah.
sitting right there.
No, it's actually the batteries you're charging side too.
Oh,
Batteries.
yeah. It's a dual 21700, but it's not very big. Like, I don't have huge hands, and I would say it's smaller than the Aegis Legend.
And it's crazy lightweight.
It is.
It is really light.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
I've
a
been
fan
looking
of,
at.
like, flip open battery doors or anything like that. This has like the slider, you know, where you actually just take the back
C
off.
frame. The C frame.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Matt
and
from
it
Suck My
slides
Mom
together, which I really like. I couldn't be like, I was changing out. I was using the Jackaroo, which is what I've got this other tank on. And it's a single 21700, and I was probably changing batteries like at least twice a day. And on that Guar, I get a day and a half pretty easy out of that. So it's just nice to have the battery life too.
Nice. All right. Yeah, we hit overtime. So, I don't know. Let's see. Who haven't I picked on? Tim, promote yourself.
Promote myself. You can find me an Advocate for Liberty on most social media, including YouTube. And don't forget the What No Horror podcast with Lando. It's on What No Horror, and it's almost on every platform. And there's also a Discord and there's a Instagram too. It's his Instagram. I don't know all that details, but yes. And if I don't say it, I'll get yelled at. But yes, you should check that out. There's some good movies these last few weeks. So I'm trying it on the Duchess coils here. So we're gonna figure out whether a Shamrock, it was terrible, but this isn't Shamrock, so I'm gonna try it. Other than that, we'll pass it off to. All right, we'll do Anthony first because when the other one comes up, I'll help.
I'll be quick. You can find me every week right here in the chat on Mixing It Up because it's a friggin' awesome show, and I hope to have many more years to come. You can also find me on Instagram at I'm_Anthony Ramella. And that's all I'm going to promote today. So pass it on to Disco Potato.
No song? How sad.
Yep, I don't sing the song. Like, that's not my thing. I didn't come up with
I'm
the
not
song.
gonna do
It's
it.
not my song.
It'll be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. I can't.
Thanks for
I'm already
pointing it
ashamed
out,
that
Disco.
I know.
That is
I,
a whole
I'm already
thing that has
already
followed
upset.
me everywhere.
Baby Shark.
Yeah. Oh no, don't do that one either. Hello, I'm Disco Potato on all social medias. You can find me all over the place, mainly over at the Late Night Vape Show on Sunday nights and the 510 on Monday. yesterday I announced my departure from the 510. It's a very heartbreaking and hard to do, but unfortunately back to work full time, and it's just running into a conflict of time over there. But I will be doing 2 more shows, so we'll be going till the 28th. We'll make our 6-month anniversary. So yeah, definitely over there. And if you're a Grim Green Patreon, I do a podcast with Casey Pickle and Michelle Lynn Doldime. You can find that podcast for the people over there on the Discord. And that's me. I'll pass it to Chris.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on and celebrating with us our 50th episode. I'm super pumped. I'm not necessarily surprised that we made it this far because I mean, as long as we still want to do it, like, there's no one stopping us. It's not like we have like higher ups that are like, you guys aren't getting the views, no more funding. So I guess I'm happy that we've made it this far. I also am happy for the people that have come on, and just like you guys, and for the people in chat, just for everyone's growth, not just the community, but like as like individual mixers, you know what I mean? Or like even people that are just, maybe they don't mix, but they just like tuning in because they like hearing how people think about flavors, and that might help them someday in some other way. So like that's dope. I also am super like glad that we do it because it's helped me a lot. So I'm very thankful for Clown coming to me with the idea and saying like, hey, I think I want to do like a DIY show. Would you be interested? And I actually had to like think about it for like a day because for some reason I was like nervous about it, and I don't even know why I was, because like I was already on YouTube. So like really, I think that maybe
it's a commitment thing, honestly.
no, it's not even a commitment thing. Like, fuck, dude, I do nothing. Like,
I'm just like, yes.
I work,
Yes.
I
Thank
work,
you.
and then I come home and just hang out. So like, it's not like I really have like this crazy life. And I mean, it's been the perfect time because I can't even go anywhere. For the entire length of this show has basically been Corona. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, it's really been kind of the perfect timing for me. But I will thank you guys again for coming on. I'll thank you gentlemen for being on the show with me every single week and allowing me to be on the show and being excited about the show. Anthony, thank you so much for all the work that you do, even though like you don't do it for accolades or any of that shit. I just want you to know that like I genuinely appreciate all the stuff, and I also just appreciate all your enthusiasm for the show. It's awesome. So as for myself, you guys can check me out on Friday nights on Frames Janklin Vaper YouTube, 8 o'clock, same time as this show. Always having a good time on that. Go to shutdownpodcast.com. Give us a follow on SoundCloud. And then lastly, something that's only involving me. Feel free, if you guys want to try out some of my liquids that I've released, go over to UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com. Use code MIXINGITUP, just like the show. Saves you a little bit of money. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. So I'm gonna say, everybody be safe. Sifu, please take it away.
Oh, thanks. I mean, what can be said that Chris didn't? You know, it's just been such a fun journey. I mean, a year, 50 episodes, just a cosmic thing. You know, it's almost a little surreal. You know, it's like, you know, I'm kind of the opposite of Chris. It's like as soon as Clown asked me, I was like, yes, yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun. You know, so.
And we've only spoken like
imagined...
maybe 3 times before I said that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've almost had interactions with you know, buy sell trade stuff, but we never really came to.
I almost traded a Hexohm, and halfway through that trade, I was like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, I'll take that.
He had already traded for something else. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. So, but you know, couldn't imagine doing it with better people. You know, just the internet and just brings weird people together, and look at this fun thing that we have. You know, so
for sure.
I just appreciate you all so much. I appreciate everything you guys do. I just appreciate your art, your enthusiasm, your friendship, your candor. It's been super duper, and just, you know, from a you know, a small Louisiana boy in a small little place, you know, it's been super awesome to be a part of the big vape community. So thank you. All my normal user channels, you know, hit me up for liquids. I'm always down to mix you something. I I'm always down for mixing it up. So thank you, Cloud. Thank you, everyone. Take it away.
All right. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us for this past year. Coming back next week, we start season 2 because that's how I roll. I start seasons at the end of every year. And we'll see what we're up to in the shenanigans because honestly, like it's an interesting thing trying to come up with new ideas every week for different mixes and what we're going to do. So if you guys got challenges, throw them our way, except for savory because none of us really have savory flavorings to
I
begin
thought it was
with.
crazy. You guys have done like
Spanish rice.
flavors.
We
Spanish rice.
we haven't
Let's do it.
duplicated anything.
Yeah.
I don't think we've duplicated.
I think
an
maybe
idea.
donuts. Maybe donuts we've
Donut-
done
We
twice.
did revisit donuts.
Yeah, we did revisit
Yeah,
donuts.
and
But it was
candy.
mostly because I
Donuts
had a
and candy.
random craving for donuts. That's where that came from. But I mean, other than that, it's been a blast. This show alone has made my mixes so much better. And I've been doing this for probably about 5 years now. And in the last year, I've improved the most out of anything. I actually was looking for some pictures because we're doing something over on Codename Wired. And I actually found a picture of the bottle of liquid that got me into DIY because that shit tasted nasty. And I was tired of bargain bin diving. So, and I actually found that picture and I was like, oh God, I remember that bottle. That thing was so awful. But that's where DIY started. I was like, I got to figure something else out. Because I mean, this is in the era where a 30 mil was costing you roughly about 25 to 30 bucks. And that gets expensive when sub-ohm comes into play, and that's when like sub-ohm was getting big, and it's just such a like cluster, honestly. But yeah, it's been a blast. Seriously, follow everybody, give everybody your love and support, because seriously, everybody here is awesome people. And Mitch, we miss you, buddy. Hoping you're doing well. Go hit him up for liquids. From what I know, he's still doing stuff, but you know, go hit him up. His stuff is legit, man. I personally like it. I've been enjoying some of them. The mango fritter, I don't know how much he likes making it, but I like vaping it, so if that says anything. I don't know. You always get that one mix where you're like, okay, I'll make another one, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's like how much yig can how much tribute can I make?
How much of Sifu's recipe can she make me make? It's a lot. Just so
It's
you
a
know.
lot. Oh yeah, thank you.
Did you get to a point where you crack is like, oh, blue ras, fuck.
I just want to say congratulations, guys. Like, you guys rock. I really enjoy popping on here and like being in chat. Like, I've learned a lot from you guys as well. So it's always really nice to swing by and see what you guys are mixing up and be inspired. So thank you for the year of awesomeness as well.
And lastly, I do want to say thank you, Addy Tooney, for all the links, dude. Because seriously, he is on top of it throughout the whole show. Yeah, my wife had like commented there.
Don't forget, we got to push that be more like Addy movement because
Yeah.
like that's my new thing. Be more like Addy, and you're good.
Addy's the man. Addy is the man.
Yes.
All right. Well, on that note, oh yeah. Lastly, if you guys want to try my juicer coils, hit me up. Social media, clownvapes, gmail.com, KVTV, online on Instagram, Discord, and Facebook, and Twitter, even though I barely use it. All
What
right.
about the new show? The new show that we.
Oh yeah, and then we're doing the Codename Wired, which it'll be in 2 weeks. We're doing was it the staggered fused Claptons? And I haven't gotten to it yet because I spent all last week doing coil tutorial videos, and that was an interesting thing to say the least. And now the editing process begins, and that's going to be a horrible nightmare.
I'm ready for those because I'm ready to start my journey. But I don't
Oh
know.
no,
These
dude!
were
I
good.
started.
These
I
were
went
great.
from round wire, and I went all the way through frame staples. I still need to do the Fralien video, but I'm like so worn out. I have a stockpile of coils here of all the stuff I did from last week. Here, let me see if I can grab them all. But yeah, I did fused Claptons. I did Claptons, round wire, aliens. But yeah, I mean,
And
that's
another.
just a small bit of all of them.
Dude,
I
hell
just
yeah.
know myself. I know that once I start, it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I've been reluctant to start because I know it's going to be.
Oh no, yeah, and on the Codename Wire, if you guys go to the channel on the last video we put out, there is a Google Doc link down there, and it has suggestions for tools, drills, you know, little bits and bobs that you can use to help you, like
I
assistance
do
and things
like
like that.
bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Yes, I like bits and bobs too. But yeah, so
Thank you, KVTV, Clown, and Duchess for talking me into this.
talking you into
First
that.
time I made a coil, I'm actually really happy about. Let's put it that way.
Dutchess already said earlier in chat that he does not claim any of that. All right, well, we'll catch you
because I'm going to blow myself up or something, right? Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next week as always. Vape on, mix on. Woo!